Alright, this is our first battle report in a little bit of a long time. I'm going to be playing against my wife, for Eldar. We've already got the army list at the beginning, so what we're going to be doing is playing a Nova Primer mission, where we have 6 objectives. We have one here, we have one on the other side. They're all pretty symmetrical. At the end of the game, each one's worth 2 points, and if you have more than your opponent, then you'll have an additional point. We all chose 3 of the 5 secondaries. I think mine's try to get first blood, kill that wave serpent over there, and Mindbreaker. And you had what, like?
Mindbreaker, first blood, because I'll get that. And I have to mark someone that I want to kill. I want to choose him.
So you're aiming to kill the Soul Grinder.
Yes.
Okay. So each of those are worth 1 point. Right now I'm going first, unless you can steal the initiative. I had a lot of infiltrators move up, thanks to Master of Ambush.
I don't.
You did not. Okay, cool. So it'll be Demons, turn 1. Okay, end of Demon, turn 1. I was able to move up the board pretty quickly, thanks to Master of Ambush. I've got my Demon Prince all the way over here on this side. He was able to do nothing to the Mark for Death Wave Serpent. My dogs had really good run moves. I moved my Screamer Star up. They flat out all the way up close on the Eldar position. My Chariot was able to successfully flame and kill 3 of these jet bikes, while my Cavalry ran, my Keeper of Secrets ran up, my Soul Grinder ran up, and I was able to successfully summon these Plague Drones. My little pink horror stayed back here in the backfield, ready to hold down an objective. So now it's my turn to get shot in the face, and moving on to Eldar, turn 1.
Well, first turn, we were in a bit of a pickle, so we had to run away. I moved Wave Serpent way over there, Jet Bikes way over here, another Wave Serpent down there. My Fire Prism was a bit weird because he didn't really have a lot of places he could go, so I was pretty convinced he was going to die. So I thought it would be better to shoot him off and see whatever happens. Turns out it was a really good idea, because in the Psychic phase, I was able to summon these little demonettes.
Yep.
That's worked out super well.
And you perilled.
I did. I perilled twice, but because they're Farseers, I kept my warp charges. Always keep your warp charges. So that worked out really well. I did happen to roll 2 1s though, so I got really lucky with passing the leadership test both times.
Yeah. So you didn't take any wounds from that.
No wounds.
And you didn't get sucked into the warp.
Nope. So everything worked out really well through the Psychic phase. Then it was shooting time, and I was able to basically wipe out most of these people. Just using Dire Avengers and a Fire Prism, so that worked out nicely. I guess that's really all that happened except for this Chariot over here.
Yeah.
I used my Knight to shoot it, and apparently Chariots explode, so that worked out.
Yeah, we think they explode. And when he exploded, he killed 2 of my Screamers. Which
that doesn't make a lot of sense. They probably shouldn't explode.
It's like flaming debris flying everywhere, which is what the book says, so...
Whatever, they're dead, so I'm happy about it. Besides that, this Knight moved over here. I said in the beginning I wanted a point for killing the Soul Grinder, and he got in close combat, and we were able to take him out. So things are good, heading into turn 2. We'll see if it stays that way. It's going to be nasty to see what happens when I lose that Knight. Let's see.
Okay, end of Demon turn 2. It was an interesting turn for me. As far as movement goes, I came back here to engage the Wraith Knight. My Plague Drones came back. I had some Flamers actually mishap on the other side of the board and got positioned over here, and I would later jump them with my Assault Pack. My dogs moved to engage the Wraith Knight. my bikes moved to engage the Dire Avengers over there, and the Demon Prince moved over to take out the Fire Prism. He got Iron off, so he was able to actually Lash Whip it and kill it. Oh, and he also parried, so he got the 6 power up, where he's got Armor Bane, Flesh Bane, so it was pretty easy for him. I was able to summon some more Seekers, so I got 5 more of those over here against the Demonettes. So I'm not sure why they would be fighting, but they will. Everyone else came back to engage the Wraith Knight. This combat was actually pretty sad. I whiffed, even though I had the rerolls thanks to the Locusts. I was still really unsuccessful in hurting that Wraith Knight. I think I only got 1 wound on it.
Yeah.
Keeper Secret, she did nothing. So that was actually a tied combat. My Plague Drones were able to come up and assault the Jet Seer, but he escaped with only 1 wound on him. So they're chasing him. He was able to hit and run out of there. And pretty sure that's it. Over here, my dogs were able to do 2 wounds on the Wraith Knight. They had a lot of hits. It was like 23 hits, but only a handful of 6s. So from here, I guess we're going to move on to Eldar turn 2. Okay, end of Eldar turn 2. Pretty eventful. Over here, this slap fight continued. Only did another wound to the Wraith Knight. Nothing bad happened to the Slanesh forces. Her Wave Serpent lit me up. This one over here, the one that I need to kill for an extra point, took out a Plague Drone and did another wound with its Serpent Shield. Over here, this combat ended. Lamprey's Bite took care of all the Dire Avengers. Slap fight continues, only 1 wound dealt to the Wraith Knight, and 1 dog was killed, but everyone's good as far as demonic instability goes. Her Warp Spiders came on. It did a number of wounds to the Flamers up here, and also her Wraith Guard came on over here. She was able to summon some more Demonettes, so now there's just a field of Eldar demons against my demons. Moving on to Demon turn 3.
Yes.
Okay, end of Demon turn 3. It went terribly for me. First of all, I was able to summon some Screamers, but they mishapped over here, and of course I rolled a 1, so they went away as quickly as they came. This slap fight with the Wraith Knight, I was able to take off all but the last wound, and which is terrible because she's probably going to die thanks to Demonette's next turn. She wasn't able to get out of combat. Moved my Plague Drones over. My Flamers actually did really well against the Warp Spiders. They killed 3 of them thanks to Warp Flame, and they are now running away, but they only ran, 4 inches I think, with 3d6, so not so great. They'll probably die next turn, but they did better than they should have. Over here, I was able to tie combat with the Wraith Knight. I inflicted, 2 wounds with it?
2 wounds.
And that is it. It's going to be Eldar turn 3. Really dynamite turn for the Eldar and just awful for the demons. A little bit of luck.
Not a lot of luck. That was skill.
Yeah. So Keeper Secrets lost combat by just a little bit, but then really failed her demonic instability test, so she's gone. This guy is dead, so he needs to go away.
Yes.
She took him with him, but still, that hurt. Over here, you can't really see him, but she was able to summon some Seekers, which I was not able to deny. Over here, I had a horrible demonic instability test. I only lost 1 dog, but I rolled like an 11, so all of them died. Over here, Flamer's gone. My Nurglings got nuked by the Wave Serpent. His shooting was really awesome. So right now, it's not looking very good for the demons. Alright, ultra quick demon turn. Things went a little bit better. Summoned some new screamers. My other screamer star moved up to these ruins. Plague drones advanced. They're in the ruins over here for some cover. I rolled glorious rot on the table, and that totally decimated her Wraith Knight. It did like 5 wounds to it. So it's gone. That AP3 is kind of ridiculous. Other than that, I've all but abandoned this side of the board because it's looking pretty ugly over here. And my Demon Prince, there he is. He has gotten Iron Arm off, but he had no targets, so he just ran up. Moving on to Eldar, turn 4.
Okay, so I had a very quick turn. We tried to summon demons and failed miserably, and I perilled both times. But again, Eldar players, keep your warp charges, and I was able to save both of them just fine. So nothing happened good or bad with that. I moved up over here to take... I just wanted his side of the board in reality. I needed to get Linebreaker.
Yeah.
So they moved over to do that. I've got this objective. I'm kind of stuck over here in the corner. There's not a lot left on the board to kill. So I shot... What are those people in the building called?
Oh, the plague drones.
Plague drones. Okay, I shot them and I killed one of those. My Wave Serpent did that.
Yeah.
And
I had like a 2-up cover save and I still failed all of those, so...
That worked out well. The Screamers took a wound from the Hawks in the back.
Yeah.
And they all moved over to take that objective. I have little people, the Demon Seekers in the building here taking that objective. So heading into turn 5, it should be okay for us, but we'll see.
Okay, end of Demon turn 5. Really quick turn. I was able to successfully summon these Seekers to contest that objective right there. Other than that, my Pink Horrors stay inside, holding this objective. My Seekers moved over to charge the Wolf Spiders, but they failed. They rolled a 3, and they needed like a 5, so they did not get in. My Demon Prince successfully got Iron Arm off, but he was unable to take out the Wave Serpent that he needed. He stopped swooping, but he can't charge until next turn, so we'll see. Over here, my bikes were able to drop in and get Linebreaker and contest that objective. So right now, we'll see how Eldar turn 5 ends. Okay, end of Eldar turn 5. Pretty decisive turn. Wave Serpent took out my last little bit of Screamers. My Screamers over here took a lot of fire, got blown off the objective, so now only these Swooping Hawks have it. Lots of firepower came in, took out the Seekers, couldn't make any saves on them. Couldn't make any saves really. And with that, the Eldar have 1, 2, this one's contested over here, 3, they hold 4, 5, and 6. So that's actually as good as it gets.
And then Linebreaker, First Blood, and I picked my target.
Yep. And Warlord's also gone, but I don't know if you had that to score. So, a fun game. I'm learning a lot with demons. Sam's getting back into 40k, so probably made a lot of mistakes. Feel free to point them out, but hope you enjoyed it.